Welcome to the West Wing Week, your guide to everything that's happening at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This week, the president hit the road for a college affordability bus tour in New York and Pennsylvania, conferred the Medal of Honor for conspicuous gallantry, and reflected on what the civil rights movement has meant for the country on the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington at the Let Freedom Ring ceremony on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. That's August 23rd to August 29th, or Because They Marched. On Friday, the president hit the road for the second day of a two-day bus tour in New York and Pennsylvania to share his plan to make college more affordable. Starting in Auburn, New York, he made his way southeast and stopped for a visit with some very excited Black Knights, Tully Central High School soccer teams, where he kicked the ball around, shot a PK, a penalty kick, talked college plans, and fomented a little healthy competitive team rivalry.
How do you compare to the boys? They said, bring it on. I'm traveling around the area talking about college and making sure that young people can pay for it. So I'm assuming everybody here is going to want to go to college.
Yeah. Then it was on to Binghamton, where the president held a town hall meeting to discuss the importance of ensuring that every American has the opportunity to achieve a quality education by reducing cost and improving the value of higher education for middle-class students and their families.
I hear you got the best pie. That's the word on the street.
The president made a surprise visit to Bingham's Family Restaurant in Lenox, Pennsylvania, for some good old-fashioned road food.
So what are you particularly proud of?
Coconut cream pie.
I think we're going to have to get one.
The president couldn't turn down a tour of the kitchen to see the team behind the magic of the renowned coconut cream. And since he clearly wasn't the only one answering the call for an afternoon snack attack, he spent time chatting with his fellow snackers before once again hitting the road.
Have you had a good summer?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you go to some Phillies games? That's right, making sure that everybody can go to college. I love If it weren't for Scranton, I wouldn't have Joe Biden.
Then it was on to rendezvous with the vice president in his hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania, 5 years to the day that Joe Biden was announced as the running mate. Together, they laid out a plan to make college more affordable, tackle rising costs, and improve value for students and their families.
Getting a higher education is one of the best things you can do for yourself and for your country.
On Monday, the president invited Staff Sergeant Ty M. Carter of the United States Army and his family to the White House to present him with the Medal of Honor for conspicuous gallantry for his courageous actions while serving as a cavalry scout during combat operations in Kamdesh District, Nuristan Province, Afghanistan on October 3rd, 2009.
If you're left with just one image from that day, let it be this. Ty Carter bending over, picking up Stephen Mace, cradling him in his arms, and carrying him through all those bullets and getting him back to that Humvee.
Later, the president met with the 2013 Urban Debate National Tournament champions in the Oval Office. The organization is a Chicago-based nonprofit working to close the achievement gap in urban public schools by organizing competitive debate programs.
Do you want to test? Testing 1, 2, 3.
The president then conducted 2 radio interviews in the Oval Office in advance of his upcoming speech celebrating the 50th anniversary of the I Have a Dream speech. He took the chance to show to his guests his copy of the program from that speech and of the Emancipation Proclamation, 2 iconic fragments of history that the president chose to hang prominently in his office. On Tuesday, the president met with mayors from cities around the country to discuss ways to continue to reduce gun violence.
What works? What can we do creatively to reduce the incidence of violence in our communities? The fact of the matter is that those places where they've got strong cities as a hub do well, and those places where the cities are failing have problems. It's incumbent upon all of us to figure out ways to tackle this more effectively than we're doing.
Wednesday marked 50 years to the day that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his iconic I Have a Dream speech at the base of the Lincoln Memorial, a moment that served to punctuate a movement that changed America. To honor this occasion, President Obama was joined by President Jimmy Carter and President Bill Clinton, members of the King family, and other civil rights leaders and luminaries at the Let Freedom Ring commemoration and call to action event at the exact spot where Dr. King delivered his soaring speech at the 1963 March on Washington.
The arc of the moral universe may bend towards justice, but it doesn't bend on its own. To secure the gains this country has made requires constant vigilance, not complacency.
When he returned to the White House, the president sat down for an interview with Gwen Ifill and Judy Woodruff of PBS NewsHour, where he reflected on the day's events.
It not only gives you a sense of the power of individuals, but it also says something about the power of America to transform itself.
On Thursday, the Vice President swore in Todd Jones as Director of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives in the Roosevelt Room, where the Vice President announced 2 new executive actions to reduce gun violence. To find out more information on any of these topics or to see complete videos of these events, go to whitehouse.gov. And thanks again for checking out your West Wing Week.
You know, the problem is in about 12 years, suddenly they're like 5'9", and they don't cuddle with you as much as they used to.